I wanted to dedicate this to my fans, to my real supporters, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be loud enough where y'all can hear me. The espresso martini got me where I need to be.
Okay, good. You know what I really want to come from this video? I'm gonna set my intention, right? We're gonna set intentions for this, okay? I want the world to see you who you are, the way I see you, okay? I don't want you to, talking to your supporters is cool, but right now, I need you to be you. I need us to not only have a intimate conversation, a real conversation, but I want you to feel comfortable, and I want it to not be about the cameras right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the cameras. It's not about speaking to them right now. Right now, when you speaking, what I feel like is when you're speaking to your friends, when you're speaking to the people you love, it looks a lot different. It sounds a lot different. And that's what I would like the world to see from you, but they can't see it if it's seeming forced, right? Or if it seems like you're trying to impress them or do a persona. And I think a lot of your audience seems to think that you are just a persona. They don't know you. And so we're going to lay down a persona tonight, right? Today is Robert, you know what I'm saying? Robert talking to Amira. Robert talking to, not even the heart goddess. Right now it's Robert and Amira.
Okay.
Not Latruth and the heart goddess.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Because, you know, I wanna be honest with you. When I came into this world of entertainment, it was to be kind of like the Denzel Washington of the world, where I don't really know anything about his personal life. I came here to entertain the people. So showing them the real version of me was never the goal. But I do understand through battles in my life that every human can relate to, cancer, so many different things like that has opened it up to people want to know more about my real life. And cancer is a real thing that's hurt a lot of people around the world from generation to generation. So I'm ready to definitely give them the real authentic me.
Okay.
Authentic me for sure.
Okay. All right. If you're ready to show the world the authentic you, I want you to stand up. Move back. Hop on one leg. Do a silly dance.
Do a silly dance?
Silly dance. All right. Put one more hand up. Put one foot up. 1 foot. Turn around for the circle.
You didn't ever tell me to put the foot down, so I got to do it all on 1 foot.
Okay.
So as you can see, I'm good at following instructions.
Okay. All right. Come sit down. You know, we all like a man to listen. You listen well. I like you.
Great listener. Great listener.
You're a great listener. Over, you know, the time that I have known you, one thing I will say is that you are a good listener. Not only are you a good listener, but there is so much more depth to you. And so, before we met, remember, I didn't know you, right?
Right.
I didn't know of you. I don't know your story. And that helps you, but it also helps me, believe it or not. It helps me be able to see the true you. And it also helps you to be able to re-image yourself, okay? And that's sometimes when we're coming from a background that is connected to an image that is connected to negativity or a version of ourselves, a past version of ourselves. We don't, if we remain connected to the people that were in that transitional phase, we don't get the ability to reimagine how we want to present ourselves. And so the good thing is, I see you for who you are. I see you, okay? I see you as not only a leader and a good father, but I see you as someone who, when we have conversation, there's a part of you that is really, what's the best way to put it? You want to express yourself so bad, and you want the ability to be able to do it. But with what you've been doing and how your platform is, the way your platform is made, the way you've made it, doesn't allow you that. So, okay, let's start with in the beginning when you first started. You mentioned that to you it wasn't about letting people know who you truly were. What was it actually about?
Well, my introduction to entertainment has been music. You know, I'm an artist first. So, you know, before becoming a father, I had already had 7, 8 projects of music, a lot of mixtapes with me just rapping. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing any R&B at the time. It was just rap music. So that's my introduction to the entertainment world before becoming a father. And after becoming a father, you know, I obviously pushed a lot of father-daughter content as well, because what I love, I show. And if you're aware of what shaped kind of my platform and the way I move is losing my mother at an early age. I was 5 years old. And I've been on social media for a long time. Like even with MySpace, I had over 800,000 followers. I used to see posts of people, you know, Mother's Day, giving respect to their moms, shouting at their moms. And that's something I didn't really get to experience. So through seeing so many sons and daughters post pictures with their mothers, I realized I didn't have any content. I can't shout out my mom. I don't have any pictures with my mom. So automatically being a father, it automatically said, you know what? I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. To see everybody be able to show the love for their mothers and their fathers, and they're not able to do that. So I create as much content as I can with my kids, memories. You know, back in the day, it was just a picture of the, you know what I'm saying, you shake the picture. A lot of y'all might not even know nothing about that, but back in the day, the Polaroids, you would shake them. But now everything is a lot easier. We have these devices, which are cell phones. Take a picture, it's instantly a memory that's captured. And the way cell phones are made up, you can only hold so many memories in your phone. So I felt like posting my memories would be a great thing where my kids can go back. If something happens to my phone, they can still go to these platforms and see all this content.
So is that how you got started with posting memories?
That's what made me want to post those memorable moments outside of what I do for content. So for the most people that do follow me, they do know I'm a father. That's the part they really get to see, the genuine love for my daughters. They get to see that. But as far as inside of my life, they don't really know what I'm really doing other than the content that I post out to the world, which is entertainment. Just like Denzel Washington, Will Smith, all of these different people, it's entertainment. I'm creating a visual, I'm creating a series or whatever the case may be, which is all fictional in a sense of what people see in reality, situations that happen. Like, you know, even with my platform, a lot of people see drama, different type of situations, and as an author, as a writer, as a director of my own scripts, I see more people seem to gravitate to that type of content, like reality TV and all of that. So like, I kind of try to put things together, and I feel like whatever people want to see, I try to give that to them.
Okay. So one thing I'm noticing is when you're talking, you're looking at the camera line. We're supposed to be you talking to me.
Okay, gotcha.
So talk to me. Again, I feel like if you're conscious of the camera and conscious of what you're supposed to be saying to other people, it's not feeling like you talking to me. It's not like you know what I'm saying, trying to after the camera.
Absolutely.
So talk to me.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you were mentioning that, well, let's start here. What do you see yourself as? Who are you? Actually, that's a very broad question, right?
Yeah.
You ask like, who are they?
Absolutely.
I hate that question, so I'm gonna rephrase that question. That's a tough one. What do you see yourself as?
I'm a very driven person, fearless, determined, when it comes to chasing my dreams, I don't take no for an answer type of person. I continue to keep pushing no matter what. And I see the best in people. I think I really have a great eye for talent. So I'm all about elevating our culture as a whole, no matter who you are, male, female. If I see that in you, I'm gonna push you to go to that next level, even if you don't see it in yourself. I'm all about uplifting and building.
I can see that. That's one thing I do feel like you too. Even when we first met, one thing I noticed was like, how can I help you? So you do have a very nurturing spirit. And that's a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? Someone that can take something and help it to grow, right? And help it to flourish. And that's a beautiful thing to have. And that means that your spirit is good and it does want to shine. What do you want people to see you as? Because what you mentioned is cool and all. That's what you see yourself as. But right now, the image that you're presenting is, do you feel like it's aligned with who you truly are?
I do in a sense, but I do from the audience perspective.
I feel like
I would like to know, and I would like to know what it is that they see.
Okay. All right, great question. Let's go through some comments then. Oh my God.
For sure.
All right. Let's see. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever.
All right, so we'll go through the last video you post first, and that'll give you an idea of what they see now, I guess, or what they think of you now. So let's see. All right, so the last video was the one with you and I pushed you in the pool, right?
Right.
I pushed you in the pool because apparently, women was walking past, you decided to be extra friendly.
Right.
I pushed you in the pool. We had a little spat. You pulled me in the pool, right? Obviously,
Yes.
It was a skit.
Absolutely.
Not real, but with that, the reactions that you got there were different reactions. Let's see, what's a good one? All right, the one that I thought was interesting was, should I shout out the person that says it? That's it.
No, you can just read their comment. That'll
Okay.
be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Latruth, you talk about how you got away from drama, but I'm seeing you low-key love toxic relationships because all your skits be about jealous women or cheating on a woman or arguments with jealous women. Stop fronting. You love toxic relationships. What is your response?
My response in real life, I do not like toxic relationships at all. A man that's, at my age, I'm 44 years old. I went through a lot, overcame a lot. Toxicity is the last thing that I would want. But to answer that question, loving hip hop, I'm an analytics guy. And from what I'm seeing from the culture and what's put in front of me every day is content where you see a man cheating on a woman or a woman cheating on a man, and the toxicity, the arguments behind that, the trust issues. And from the analytics and the data, I see millions of views, millions of likes, comments, and I'm in the business of entertainment. So for me, if I'm trying to reach the maximum level of success when it comes to the algorithm and the analytics, I say, you know what, let me get people what they want, because that's what I feel like they want, because that's what I see excelling, versus what I would originally posted in any of my stuff would be love, building, health things. When I post those things, it doesn't seem to get the same analytics. And again, it's a business. Just like any other business around the world, you try to go with the analytics and the numbers. How can I be more successful? How can I bring more to my brand or my business? And again, that's entertainment. It's like I didn't come to social media. I didn't come to this business to showcase who I really am.
Really? Do you feel like who you are is centered around your social media presence, though?
I would say, if I had to do a percentage, I would say 20% of my content may be centered around who I actually am.
Okay. How can I ask that on a deeper level? Because I feel like, okay, when I ask that, I'm coming from more of a place of, do you think you have a life outside where your career, your essence, who you are, is detached from social media?
Well, I'll calculate it like this. When it comes to any career that we choose, you know, our livelihoods, how we feed ourselves, how we feed our children. If I calculate the hours spent being a content creator versus working a 9 to 5, which is 40 hours a week for the average person that works a full-time job is 40 hours. In the content creation world, man, it's 24 hours in a day. I sleep about 6 hours, 5-6 hours a day, maybe. On a good day, I get about 5-6 hours in. The rest of that is probably geared towards content creation. So a lot of people don't know that in this business of content creation and entertainment, it's not as easy as people think on the outside looking in. I come up with my own content for one. I film myself. I don't have like a major team around me to say, hey, do this, put this plan together, whatever the case may be. I do all of these things myself. I answer thousands of emails weekly. I don't really have a lot of time outside of what y'all get to see, like what people get to see with me and my kids is, a lot of that is even on social media. When I have my kids, it's like, it's still, I don't really work outside of what I got going on at that present moment. When it comes to my kids, I definitely put my kids first, but it's a very hard job. So it's like, it's kind of hard for them to really see the real me all day because of, I would say, lack of resources, certain resources that can help me be able to do that more.
Okay. So it sounds like the answer to that question would be yes. You do feel like a majority of your work life is your life.
Yeah.
And with that, that's tough. So if we can agree that majority of your life is centered around your social media presence,
Yes.
why would you not want to show the people the real you?
Again, it makes it difficult when, I'll say this, I'll go to my cancer journey. My content began to be all about healing, surviving, being here for my kids. The numbers dropped a lot, obviously, significantly. The finances, what the money that's being made drops a whole lot. So I guess growing up how I've grown up, you know, being a teen with my own apartment, going to school, making decisions for myself, I can honestly say that in my life, I've been in survival mode. So to get into social media and this be my business, this be my career, it's pretty much, that's all I really know. So when it comes to the entertainment side, yes, I would rather show who I really am more, but again, I go back to the analytics and the data. It seems like people want to see toxicity in scripts. So, you know, it's kind of like that. It's like, that's what I see working for the industry that I'm in. So I try to do the same thing.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If you could rebrand yourself into another image, what would it be?
All about healing. Positivity over everything, which I speak all the time. Humble over flex. Real father game. Everything that I push as a brand that's attached to my name, it would be that completely.
Okay. So, with that being said, do you feel that you are on the journey to self-love?
Self-love, do I feel like I'm on a journey to that? I do. I feel like I've definitely gotten more closer to that on a daily basis. You know, separating myself away from things that pull me down.
Okay. What's self-love look like to you?
Peace for sure. Being happy. Health. Healthy relationships, healthy friendships, a healthy body, a healthy mind. That's self-love.
Okay. Do you feel like you have self-love?
I do.
I think majority, I've asked this question so many times. Nobody's going to say no, to be honest. Even people that don't are not going to say no. But what I will tell you is self-love is putting yourself above whatever. Above the money, above the audience, above what you think image is supposed to be. And so when we put it next to that, next to what I just said, do you feel like we do that?
That's a really tough question, man. I would definitely say maybe 60% of the time. Other than that, the other 40% is business.
You should give me analytics over here. Give me percentages.
Got
It's
to,
a yes or no
yes,
question, my guy. It's a yes or no question.
I probably would say yes because it leans more to
60% is
60%
yes.
is higher than.
Yeah, but that's not a yes.
You don't think so?
When it comes
In
to
the numbers?
No, I think.
What it should be 100%.
So when you are so determined on something, just think about all the things you wanted and you went for it. It was 100%, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, I'm going to do it 60%. It was, I'm going 100% on this.
Yeah.
So when it comes to self-love, when it comes to prioritizing your mental health, your peace, those things you said that were self-love, it's whatever over whatever. It's me over whatever, right?
So I'd say no then, because again, like you said, you would go to 100% for it, and it's not 100%, so I'd have to say no then.
Yeah, I love
Based
that.
on that, yeah.
I love that you were, real about that and were able to really be honest with yourself. I think majority of us aren't honest with ourselves about how much we don't show how much we love ourselves. Even if we do have it within us, we don't always show the world it. And what I think you need to do is show the world how much you love yourself so that they can fall in love with you.
I like it. I like that.
I don't want to call it background.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You feel me?
for sure. I feel you.
So,
I don't know what my bank account gonna feel on this, but
but you know
I
what?
like it.
You think, was Jesus poor?
Yeah, based on the Bible.
Based on
most
the
definitely.
Bible, right? Based on the Bible.
Mhm.
Jesus wasn't rich, right? And so what? You're a man of God, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You're a man of God.
I'm a man of truth.
You're a man of truth. You're a man of God. You're a man of truth. That means there are principles, and one thing about integrity is they come with a list of principles that we do not falter on, no matter what. So when it comes to, that's a great question. Actually, what are your principles, sir? What is something that you are unwavering about?
Legacy.
Okay. I'm saying okay so much because I'm thinking about that. The way I view legacy may not be the way you view legacy. So tell me what legacy is to you.
Legacy is one of the most important things because what do you have once you leave this place? Once you leave this earth? The things that you've done, like, standing on morals, values, truth. The truth means a lot to me. I don't like lies. Like, to me, lies are very damaging to a lot of things. I just feel like a person speaking the truth is major, and that's what my legacy. I want my legacy to stand on the truth, no matter what, no matter how you feel. Let's just be truthful, because that's what I am. Like, I'm always gonna speak the truth. I'm not gonna change a story or a narrative for the people in no type of way to make myself look better. Let's just speak the truth, and that's it. Legacy and truth is important for me. Stand on what it is. Like, there's no reason to lie about anything.
Okay. legacy is about, your particular legacy is about truth for you.
Yes.
So you want to leave behind a legacy of truthful beings.
Absolutely.
So everybody in your family is going to just be able to be truthful and honest
I
and
would
stay
like that.
within
I would like
their
that.
truth.
I would like that for family, friends. I mean, for the world.
Okay. I got a hard question for you. Do you believe that what you are presenting to the world is in cohesion with that as far as the content that you put out?
Absolutely not. Again, entertainment and real life are two different things.
But isn't that your legacy, your entertainment?
Somewhat. Somewhat, but
Because what else do you have? In what other ways could you present that legacy outside of the entertainment?
like I said before, like I would say 20% of the content that I post,
They're gonna say I'm eating your ass up,
they
okay?
gonna say it. They gonna definitely say it. I'll say more than 20%. But when it comes to, obviously, again, I do go by the analytics. So the drama side is obviously entertainment because I don't like drama. I don't do drama. And for the people who follow my career from top to bottom, they could vouch for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to skits, like, those are creative skits. I wouldn't want somebody to make my legacy based off entertainment.
Okay. All right.
Because most people's legacy is not based off merely their job, is it? I mean, I guess it could
In
be.
entertainment, it is. So let's be honest. When you
That's
have an
true.
image, it 100% is.
That is true. And
There
you
is
don't
no
really know much
separation
about their real life neither, so.
You may or may not, but the people that are living, that they have intertwined both their personal and their entertainment or their job, they typically do give more living more just like this is me, right?
Can you name one?
I don't know. So we may not know. Like you mentioned Denzel a lot, but we do know like his image is his entertainment. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Exactly. So because of that, though, you see him. He's a actor, right? Now, if you're going to just do acting, cool. But the images he presents, we know Denzel is like the fine black man who acts in a specific character. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing no crazy scenes.
I mean, he is.
He
I mean,
is,
he
but
got
it's not
stuff-
like, I mean, which ones?
He's a dirty cop. Like, I mean,
What? I mean, yeah, but I'm not, okay. All right.
he plays a lot of scenes that we know personally, we don't feel like that's his character.
Okay.
But I will say, like, when it comes to, this is a people thing. To me, acting is acting. Whether it's social media, whether it's box office film, whether it's artistry as a rapper, as a singer, all of this stuff is considered acting.
Yeah.
And I do all of those from the acting side. I'm in a couple of movies. I do the music thing. I'm charting songs. As a content creator, I've been able to amass millions of followers on all platforms. But I will say, if it's not big box office stuff, a lot of people will kind of diminish your accolades, so to speak. It's almost like that didn't happen because it didn't happen on the big box office. You see what I'm saying? So I do feel like, and in social media, we have more people watching us than a lot of TV stars. And not to compare myself to Denzel when it comes to entertainment, but people can say they know more about my real life than they can Denzel Washington. I mean, he's a box
Right.
office actor.
And see, it's different because, all right, although you consider yourself an actor, when I look at skits, I think we think differently, especially because this is all we know. Now, we know actors to just literally be in movies, and it's different. We literally know it's a movie. But because maybe you don't make it clear all the time that, hey, I just do skits, maybe you need to put that in your bio. I just do skits. That would be able to disconnect you personally from your skits. But something has happened where the line has not been drawn
Right.
with the fact that, hey, I'm just an actor. This is not real. This
Right.
is not me, right? And I think that's where the rebranding needs to happen. That's where you need to figure out how you connect with your audience so that they can see you for who you truly are outside of the skits. Now, when it comes to your skits, oh wait, let's do another one. Let's see what else they be saying.
And I want to give you the problem with that too.
Okay, tell me, what's the problem?
With me putting, I just do skits, I went through real life situations like cancer. And I made it a big part of my platform when I was battling that to let people know how they can overcome these things. Again, I lost my mother to stomach cancer. I lost my sister to stomach cancer. I lost my stomach to stomach cancer. And if I just do skits, people would think that stuff is not real as well. And
I'm not mad at that, and I understand that.
right.
Okay, I understand that. So then, what do you think? How do you think you can get people to see the real you? If not, if it's not about just telling them that I do skits or whatever, how do you do it? How do you feel like you could begin to let people see who you truly are? Because again, if you're not telling the skits and majority of your content is skits, yeah, you did that stuff. I feel like people knew when it was real and when it wasn't. Again, it's very apparent when things are skits.
Right.
And so they knew when your real content was real content and when your skits were just skits. And so if you feel that that drawing that line would not benefit you, what would? How do you deal with it?
I honestly don't have the answers. I watch how, again, if I'm putting livelihood somewhere in my top 3 list of things, I wouldn't know. If I take away that, then and say, you know what? Forget the views, forget the analytics. Just show them 100% the real you and see what happens.
You scared of the reaction you'd get if you did that?
Not the reaction. Again, it goes back to just livelihood. Again, I'm a father to 2 beautiful daughters. I have a granddaughter. And I've been living on what's the word? I said it earlier. Opened up the interview with that. Why can't I think of the word? Can you think of what I said?
When you open up the interview?
Yeah. What is it when you gotta get this money?
You said driven.
Not the driven part. Damn, I'm tripping right now. What was the word? You're beautiful, and that's kind of throwing me off right now. Let me see.
Let it go at this point.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It falls in along the lines of livelihood, but dang, what's the word? How am I not? How am I
We're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. It takes too much time to sit up here and rob.
True
We're
story.
gonna do it.
And I'll think of it in a minute. When I do, I'll say it.
Come back to it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What do you think?
Survival mode.
I don't remember you saying that.
I did, yeah.
You said
I've
that
been
you're
in
in
survival mode since 16, since
You did say that. Okay,
since
I
high
mentioned
school,
that part.
and I've always had to take care of myself and my people. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Like I've always taken care of myself and my people. And it's been top priority for me. Like being that
Taking
person
care
to
of
take
people?
care of everybody. Myself and take care of everybody else. So
Yeah. Okay. What do you think people don't know about you? What's something about you that just the world doesn't see?
I'm shy.
Sir. If I tell you how I met this guy, that was a hearty laugh. Cause what you mean you're shy?
I'm shy.
Shy of what?
Like people don't realize I'm very shy. They don't know that.
What?
I don't know how I'm able to. The fact that you're laughing so hard about it tells me like. So from the content you've seen,
yeah,
I can see how you make a think, but
it's not even the content. It was. I've been
that was
around
my daughter
here.
though.
Well, I've been okay. Yes.
So
we met.
And it's like, and that's something I want to be able to say to the public as well. My daughter's name is Amira. My first grandchild's name is Amira. What is your name?
Amira, sir.
Her name is Amira. So I'm riding by. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm riding by. My daughter points out the window. Hey, you see her? She's pretty, right? I look. She is pretty for sure. She's beautiful. My daughter says, we should walk up there and talk to her. I can't make this up. I told her this, and if my daughter was here right now, she would definitely vouch for it. We're gonna have to bring that, because I know how y'all is. I think this is not scripted. This is not a skit. So, but yes, we walked up to her after my daughter said, "Let's go speak to her," and found out her name was Amira. And I remember telling you, I said, "That's crazy. My daughter's name, my first granddaughter's name is Amira, which is all still close to my daughter's name, which is Amora." Does Amira mean anything?
Yeah, it means princess in Arabic.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me like, I've called my oldest daughter Princess her entire life, and she names her daughter Amira, which means princess.
I love that.
Wow. I'm just finding this out. I never looked that up. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's an Arabic name. Wow. Yeah.
I have to call my daughter later just to find out if that's the reason.
If she knew, if she knew.
She probably does. She's very smart, so.
That's so. But yeah, no, that did happen. And ever since then, we've been homies. We've been hanging. But how do we get onto that? How do we get there?
The shy thing, how you said that I'm not. You feel like I'm not shy.
Yeah, the outside the approach.
Yeah.
Just still, when we hang out, I don't get shy from you.
Well, it's just me and you.
Okay.
See, my shyness comes from big stages.
Okay, all right. So now we'll take, women out of the equation.
Okay.
When it comes to your shyness, you're talking about just when you have to be seen, maybe.
Yeah, it's big stages, and a lot of people wouldn't know that based on, having as many followers as I have on all these platforms, being able to go live in front of all of these people. It's easy to do that when it comes to social media, but when it comes to going to a stage performance,
Right.
I have to have something that kind of like, maybe a little liquid courage, even if it's just a little shot, maybe a little glass of wine, or, a little shot or something like that to help me get more comfortable for the anxiety and stuff. And there's probably reasons for that as well.
Okay. Like what?
Being a consumer to rap music, R&B music, coming to Atlanta, I'm around a lot of stars who I watch coming up that, oh man, this is a star, this is a celebrity. And to be in these rooms with these guys performing, or these women performing, and to see the crowd, sometimes even at a certain level, I notice that the audience is looking at them as if they're a new artist. These songs are global. I can rap and sing these songs top to bottom with these artists. But when I see people looking at them as if, I've never heard this person before. That's where it came from. So it's like, for me, I don't have records as big as some of these artists. So I said, okay, to watch one of my favorite artists on stage not get the applause I felt like they should get, let me grab me some liquid courage before I get on stage, because looking at all these people and nobody's really singing my music like that, it probably would make me feel away. So I was like, okay, let me grab some. That's where my shyness comes from, I would say.
Do you remember, what's her name? Keela and the Bee. You don't remember that movie? Keela and the Bee. What?
I think I remember showing some type of B movie to my little girl, but I don't think
No,
it was that. It was something
definitely
B.
not. What do you
It was
Definitely
B
not that,
something.
sweetheart.
Okay, cool.
Nah, sweetheart. Kiki Palmer. Okay, so Kiki
She's
Palmer
cool,
did this
right?
interview. Yeah, she did this interview and she was talking about how there are different lanes. And she was saying that she went places and there were people who had more followers than her that were possibly more known than her. And she would run into them and she would make sense how they didn't know her and she didn't know them. And she was like, you just gotta realize like there are so many different lanes when it comes to this entertainment thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Like again, I had no idea who you were. I probably still wouldn't know if I had not came in contact with you. Because that's just not my lane, right? My lane is a lot different than yours. And probably say you probably never have came across any of my content.
True.
And so the world is so vast. So when it comes to you saying your shyness is centered around just how, I guess, you're going to be perceived. Like, if you'll get the acknowledgement and presence that you feel like you deserve.
Yeah, but I think that's for every artist. Like any artist who has any type of stage fright, it's normally of how people are going to react to their art, and that's just common for us. Like, are they going to like what I'm doing? Are they going to appreciate what I'm doing?
I mean, I think we all can identify with that, even on a smaller scale.
Right.
So when we post stuff, we're always think about that. But what I would say is the people that are living, just as themselves, that have learned to merge personal with that and have made identity just presence. You know what I'm saying? It's not about this presence or this presence. It's I'm going to be me regardless of what I'm doing. And when you do that, you do it from a different place. So it comes from a place of I'm just existing. And I'm okay with if it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. I'm okay with, like, if people don't like it. I'm being me right now. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what I really, really enjoy about, like, being around you. You are, like, when I'm with you, I feel like you're just you. I feel like it's just, I don't know. Again, especially because I don't know the presence of you. I don't know the social media presence of you. I don't even know the backstory. And I think that helps me. That helps me to see you for who you really, really are. And I mentioned this earlier. And so there are other people that are going to gravitate towards you for that particular reason too. Because they don't know the backstory. They don't have to know. You get a whole redo. And if you can hone in on that, you can let the world see you like Robert, the real you. I think that you should start considering how to incorporate your truth into your social media presence. However that looks.
I agree. That's a goal of mine to figure out a way to incorporate myself, my true self, my true authentic self, everything about me, the realness of me into my content, even if I have to kind of go to some of the trendy things, but then go back to show them how I feel about that stuff or whatever. So I'm all about a positive direction. That's what I want to see for our culture. I would love it to see nothing but positivity on all the timelines, to be honest. I would love to see that. That would be my goal. So,
what do you think your purpose is?
my purpose.
Hold on. Give it a few seconds. Think about it.
Overcoming.
Okay. Your purpose is to overcome. What's your purpose to the collective? Are you here to show people how to overcome?
I think so. Adversity, showing how you can bounce back from no matter what it is. Again, the first thing that I lost, which is one of the most important things to every person on the planet, is a mother. And I lost her at 5 years old. So I look at what I've been able to accomplish and all the other things that I've gone through, to still be standing strong, still have a loving heart, still have drive, still haven't given up. Overcoming, definitely, is like, I think that's the biggest part of who I am.
Okay.
And finding the positive in everything that I go through.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do. Let's look at one more comment.
I can't wait to see this because
See.
these comments be crazy.
No, let's try a different one. Let's see. What's a video you got a lot of hate on, babe?
You said, what's a video I got a lot of hate on? All of them.
This is true.
Here lately, all of them. It's like, I can't do
What is
no
this? I
right.
never even saw this one.
Even the
I
positive
never
stuff.
saw this one.
Oh, yeah, let me
What
see.
is this?
What is it saying?
I don't know. I just see
Oh,
ass.
okay, now them
How
how
them
them
white
white sisters be. Okay, that's just a repost. So did I get a lot of
Okay.
hate on that?
Probably
That's just
you
a
got
repost.
200 you posting stuff like that. How you expect somebody to take you? Trying to turn your life around, my guy.
That's truly what it is. That's how masseuses be though. Yeah, that's like that's actually Latruth. That's how masseuses be.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else.
I think when people get jobs, it's a line of work that they enjoy.
Mhm.
Who does not want to be paid to do what you enjoy to do? So I feel like those jobs are, you know.
Dude said, I love the booty a little funky. I'm weak. Wait, what?
Who said that?
Who was on the?
Maybe another repost. I think people judge me off of everything I post, even if I'm not even included in the video.
It's possible. But again, it's about, your presence is your image at this point. There is no separation for that. When you walk out of here, people know what you're. If you want that to be separated, you need to build a completely separate brand for yourself. Or you need to re-image the one you already have. But there is no separation. That's just not the way it works.
That's true. Let's see the videos with me and my kids where there's a lot of negative comments. So I be confused sometimes. Like, what should I?
Who this?
Now that was a trip on the Bahamas. I went to the Bahamas. She's a model. We did some content together.
Okay. Well, y'all was kissing, see?
Took a kiss on the cheek. She kissed me
No,
on the
y'all
cheek.
kissed on the lips. Look, that's a lip kiss.
It is. That's what it shows as the profile picture. But you would have to see how that kiss happened. Let me be sure. Give me a kiss on the cheek.
So
That's how that kiss happened.
So why would you do that?
Just it's content. It's like I'm trying to show people like you have fun. Obviously, I love women. I'm a male. Like I'm supposed to love women. That trip to the Bahamas was me as a single man.
Yeah.
I got judged a lot, very negatively in that video for being a man and just having some humor and having some fun. And that's what that was. How do you feel about that spur of the moment kiss there?
I think in transparency, I don't feel any type of way. Right? We'll just leave it there. Obviously, I wouldn't feel any type of way. But if it was like a skit or whatever, that'd be different. If it was like confusing,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And again, you would give me an example, so it's a little different. You were just showing me how that happens. However, it's a little different. Like if somebody were to see that, they would, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look.
But was I wrong?
And what?
In the whole act of, okay, let me ask you this, because this just happened with you. And I do apologize if it was an overstep, but as a male, a single male, am I wrong for that?
So the wrong part is, it's not a wrong part. Let's just, no. I'll answer that question. It's not about it being wrong. Let's talk about the fact that in your skits, if you want to show a different image, you can choose another way. You can choose a way that presents yourself in the light that you want to be shown in. And so if you don't want people to hate, you don't want people thinking you're a player. You want people to see you, because I don't see you as a player. If you want people to see the Latruth, the Latruth, because that's your image. If you want people to see him as Robert, you gotta mesh them. And that means they need to see you as wholesome. They need to see you as a man that respects women, that's that's not just out here with a whole bunch of women, you know? And I get that that's what you build your brand off of. But you are so powerful. You have not only the image, you have the savvy, you have the luck, you have the power, you have everything you need to be yourself. To be honest, you have everything you need to be your genuine self. You ain't gotta do. Even if you did skits, these skits don't even have to be you just playing around. Do skits that really resonate with you. And they can't resonate with you because it's obviously a lot of women. It's a lot of this, a lot of that. I know that's not you. You're not out here just fucking or having sex with a whole bunch of women and a player. So I think it would be beneficial for you to change the image surrounding your skits, even if you continue doing skits. You know what I'm saying?
I think the issue with that, like, as just being a man, I wouldn't want people to think that entertaining multiple people if you're single is a bad thing, as long as they all know what's going on. My problem with it is when people are lying, you know, and that's never been me. You be honest with whoever you're kicking it with, friends with, dealing with, whatever the case may be. You have to be honest with them. Mm-hmm. Transparency is key. Mm-hmm. And even in my content, I feel like that's what I do bring to the table, but obviously I have been married before. And because of that, people want to see me in a certain light. And it's like, I'm the only person that I actually see this with, because I actually look at other people's content, and they do what I do, but they don't get the same negativity behind just being a man. They don't get the same critique that I get. And I do really feel like being married and that being like a forefront of my platform at one point in my career, mm-hmm. people put me in a box. So it's like, now you can't do this content that you were doing before.
Right. We need some accountability here, okay?
Let's do it.
So it's not just about that. It's not about, yes, we see that men are allowed to have different women. But again, the accountability comes into play when you can acknowledge the fact that you don't get blamed. That's what accountability first is about. So it's not about, okay, I do this, but the public doesn't see what's really going on. That has nothing to do with it. Accountability allows you to take some type of assertion of action, okay? Yeah, I get it. I get that people see me this way. And I actually understand why they do. Maybe I do need to, we can't keep pushing blame onto your audience that you have created. Okay, you created an audience surrounding this image that you have. It is completely up to you and within your power to recreate this image. But we can't keep saying, yeah, I'm a man, this is that. Yes, you are a man, and yes, men do date. But men that date, they aren't showcasing how many women they date. And again, they're skits. But again, we're also knowing now this is your image. Your image is a skit guy and the entertainer.
Right.
So you have to, unless, again, you want to say, hey, I'm the skit guy. Hey, I just do skits. If you're not going to brand yourself as the I just do skits guy, you're going to have to be mindful that people are going to take this as also your true personality. It's also who you truly are, right?
Well, I guess for me, I want them to know that I wouldn't play with any serious situation. Again, cancer, serious. People die from that every day. Marriage, serious. Relationships, serious. Anytime two people commit to each other, all of these things are serious. It's two grown adults coming together and you're making a decision to be with one another exclusively, whatever the case may be. When it comes to that, I don't play with any of that. Even as when it comes to a brand, other than skits, obviously, but things like that I will not play with. Okay. So I need people to understand when it comes to serious things, I'm not going to play with those at all.
Okay. So that's what you would like your audience to know, that when it comes to serious things, they should be more mindful that you're probably joking.
It's a joke. If it looks like it's Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a slogan that people use, but
Are you dating now, sir? Are you dating now? Is the
I
question.
am single.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking at it?
I'm definitely more focused on my career. Rebuilding. Stability is very important for me.
You said you're single. Do you consider dating and a relationship two separate things or the same?
I consider them as separate things.
Okay.
To me, a relationship is when two people come together and say, we're in a relationship exclusively.
Yeah.
If two people don't come together and say that, then it can be considered as dating. Dating and a relationship to me is different.
Okay. What do you see dating as?
Building a friendship. I see dating as a friendship. You're building a friendship to see if you can go to the next level.
Gotcha. You're not building any friendships, huh?
You said, am I building?
Yeah, are you building any friendships?
I can say that I'm building friendships.
So then you're dating. That's according to your definition.
Yes, I can
You're
say
dating.
that. I can agree to that. I can agree to that. Again, it's still different, but yes,
Okay.
definitely building.
Okay.
I feel like it has to be an interview process, and it depends on what a person has gone through and what I've gone through in my lifetime. It's an interview process. I have to know, and I have to see through the good times, the bad times, the tough times, to know if the next level is even possible.
So the dating process is the interview process is what you're talking about. Like,
Absolutely. It's like, to give a person a perfect example, when you go into a job, and you know how you've ever heard of temp to hire? You go into that job, first of all, I gotta know if you like the job, if you're capable of doing everything that job qualifies for. And then you get offered a permanent position. You never really know if a person is in it for the long haul. Some people, it look good to them, it feel good to them, sound good to them, but then when they get there, it's like they realize. Put it like this: how many people you know that are in a job that they don't want to be there in, but the benefits is good. So they stick it out, even though they really don't want to be there. Lackluster performance, everything. Enough to get by, enough to just keep the job. So I just feel like in relationships, we have to move just like how it is in a job, like for a career. Background references, I've been through a lot, so it is different after you go through certain things.
alright. It's getting late. Why
It's
you gotta be
getting dinner time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright. We're gonna wrap this up.
Huh?
Right, wrap this up.
Yeah, we can wrap this one on up, man.
Gang.
I really think this is a really great interview. And, can I kiss you on your cheek?
No. Because you're not going to have them out here thinking I'm one of your floozies.
Well, you kiss me on my cheek.
I don't trust you now. I already saw that first move.
That's why I'm gonna
I already
kiss
saw
you.
the first move.
But that's why I'm gonna kiss you on your cheek, because you can trust you.
Come here.
How are we gonna end this thing with us not trusting each other?